Now let's go back to Khumalo. Okay, when you were talking about Khumalo, you spoke about Khumalo in the. You were trying to make Khumalo as an example
of competence.
Yes. And you were tying that competence back to the music industry. Let's go back and look at Khumalo, how he does things. And then we'll come back to the issue of competence. We can highlight the competency by just simply looking at how Khumalo is doing his things.
Well, I mean, even when he's explaining his things, he makes it easy for everyone to understand. It's not confusing. You understand?
I've noted that.
That's competence. Competence is you being able to explain. You know, that's why I love talking to kids. Because it trains me. I need to make them understand in their own terms. I love talking to kids and teaching kids. Because it trains me on how to explain to kids. That's why a lot of my explanations, I explain so well. People say, you know what? Your explanations, you help us understand. Yes, because I practice with kids. My neighbor's kids. You know what I mean? My neighbor's kids will ask me like, lots of questions. They love it. And then this, and then this, and then I'll answer, and then I'll answer, and then I'll answer, and then I'll answer, and then I'll answer. Then I'm figuring out from the way they ask the questions, how to answer in a way that will make them understand and give them perspective at the same time.
So you are saying General Khumalo has that ability to explain something.
Then you understand its meaning. You understand what it means. Yes, you understand what's the meaning of this evidence. You understand if this dot is here and here, it's not about connecting the dot. It's about giving them meaning. Why is this dot here? Why does it align with this dot here? Why can their only position that the third dot be only here? But that's when you know their meaning. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you take the one input and you take the secondary input, and from making inferences between input A and B, you are able to then with certainty find input C. That's when you've got an equation.
Okay. Khumalo.
You're right? A plus B is equal to C, right?
Yabona Khumalo. Now I understand why they hate him. And I understand if I was in their position, I'll also hate him. That guy, he looks like a guy. When he says, I'm going to deal with you, I'll make it example. You must be afraid. Because he's not just going to show up being driven by his emotions. He's going to be driven by logic.
No, he's meticulous. He's very competent. Very highly competent. Much more competent than Mkhwanazi. In fact, Mkhwanazi is one of the least competent out of all those guys. Like, he's good with technical force stuff and all those things, jumping in, right? And he's a very confident speaker. So he's able to marshal teams and, motivate them and get them on board.
Let me ask you a question.
But as far as him doing his work by himself, like as a man, he's not a machine. Khumalo's a machine.
Okay, I get it. Let me ask you a question.
Well, he could be a killing machine, but that's a different kind of machine.
Okay, I'm going somewhere with that. If you're looking at that team, let's assume there's Masimila in one team, Khumalo in one team, Mkhwanazi in one team. Then the guys who are behind the scenes, like witness A, witness B, we don't get to see them. But when you listen to them, you're like, oh, okay, I see. I see this train. You understand? All these other people that are coming to testify, the ones we see, the ones we don't see. I'm worried about the people that are silent, the ones that we don't know about. We will sometimes, I don't think we'll ever hear about them. I'm looking at this. The reason I'm saying I'm worried about them is because I feel like those are the most dangerous people, the ones that we will never get to hear them. Why I'm saying I'm looking at them and I'm like, yeah, here there's intelligence. One, there's something that I've seen generally. You will find a person who like, but Nota ufunani la, because Nota doesn't belong here. And then they take Bongan and place Bongan here, like, Bongan ufunan la, because Bongan doesn't belong here. Rather, Nota belongs here and Bongan belongs here. Hear me out. But in this case, these people, they understood that no, Mkhwanazi doesn't belong here. Mkhwanazi belongs here. Khumalo doesn't belong here. Khumalo belongs here. When you're looking at the team, like, yeah, like when you understand everyone's role, you're like, it suits their personality. It means someone must have sat and said, no, Mkhwanazi, I want you here. This is your role. Kuman, I want you here. This is your role. You excel here. That's the person I'm afraid of. Or the team. Those are people I'm afraid of. I don't know if you have noticed that. When you're looking at them, you're like, it makes sense why Mkhwanazi must be the front guy.
Well, we'd have to look at the 2010 tender scandal. That's where we'll know it from. Because that's where everything actually formulated.
Okay.
That's when they'd all come back from. All the highest level of training for the SAPS happened before 2010.
Okay.
Right? Anti-terrorism training, all this stuff. So that's where they got graded.
Okay.
You understand? And it was a whole entire institution-wide, even down to police reservists, everything from top down. So that created the different divisions. And from that point onwards, you need to look at who ended up where and who they are working with for you to decide who are the different factions within the police. 2010 is the central point. It's after 2007. Because 2007, new administration, whatever, new thing, but they didn't have a new mandate properly. They weren't trained on new policing methods. The new policing methods that they're using right now are everything that they were trained with since 2010. The manuals, who are the instructors. Do you understand? All those things. Those are the people that are grooming the new policemen. That are identifying them and watching them. And they've been observing them for over 15 years now. You must remember that after that whole entire period, it took only 2 years for Mkhwanazi to be identified as someone who's possible. He was highly recommended. He was headhunted to be a temporary commissioner while they were sorting out the scandal that Bheki Cele got into with buying, using slush fund money to buy properties.
Yes.
You remember, he's the one that started this property buying thing. So he should know about free accommodation and unfree accommodation. You know what I mean? That's why he's taking advantage of free accommodation, because the last time he bought property, he lost his job. You know what I mean? That was the last day as a policeman.
Okay.
He came back to the police force as a police minister. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Someone who's got institutional knowledge, operational knowledge, when they come back, they can only come back to do what? Why does a criminal come back to the scene of the crime? You understand what I'm saying? Out of that entire revolving door, everyone who left, Pahlane, Pierre, you name it, everyone went. Ketla Sitole, you name them. Everyone who was...
Can you swing the mic straight to your mic?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone who left one way. There's only one person who had a revolving door, kept coming back. To the point where he's still there even now. Even now, he was talking to Matlala in January. Before his arrest.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You
understand? Yeah. Matlala, who got the tender while he was
a minister.
You understand what I'm saying? And all that committee was hired by him. And then the lady that adjudicated that ended up working for Medic 24 while he was still a minister. You understand? Because that thing was awarded in June. He only became on the 5th of July, right?